Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. We're live here at Wild Pony Designs for the first time. Let's see how long it takes for you to check. You think it will take a while?
It'll take a hot minute, yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Carol. Hi, Susan. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my YouTube while we do
Yeah,
this.
it'll take a minute. It's Hi, everyone. If you're watching this now, we're no longer live.
Hi, Brenna.
Ooh, it's taking a while.
Taking a little while. I'll get an X out of mine and pull it back up again. Sometimes it takes a little while for my YouTube to. I think it's my internet.
No, it's taking a hot minute.
Hi, Dawn.
Hi, everybody.
Dawn's here. Oh, Garth is here. Hi, Garth. Thanks for joining. So we've got some. It must be out there because some people are showing up here. Okay, let's see. Mine still says upcoming.
Yeah, it's gonna be a minute.
Maybe because I've never done it before. Morning, Diane.
Can anyone hear us? Can anybody hear us? I don't think they can yet. It says waiting. Sometimes it takes longer than others. It's the oddest thing. No, they can't hear us yet.
YouTube. We'll just sit here and talk amongst ourselves. Well, someone said you sound great, so they can hear us.
It says waiting on YouTube.
I just typed that, but someone can hear us, obviously. But why can't we see it?
That's weird. Let me go out here and see if there's a different one.
Technical difficulties on my end, people. This is my first live on my channel.
No, we're live. There we go.
Why can't I see
I got it. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm glad somebody.
Hi, everybody. There we go.
There we go. We got it. Okay.
Yep. Hey, and look, we're not backwards. It's a miracle.
It is a miracle. You can actually read. Yeah, we're not backwards.
Let's
see if I can pull myself up again so I can see what we're doing. View your channel.
Hi, Marion. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Cindy. Hey, Diane.
Well, I can't see myself on YouTube. I'm glad somebody else can, but I can't.
Well, all you need, I had to go back out to my channel.
I did too. I've done that twice now.
Oh, because it's live on YouTube.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad somebody can watch because it's not me. Let me just go off my YouTube channel altogether. Bear with us, people. Thank you for your patience.
Hi, Deb. Hi, guys. This is so exciting. We're live on Lori's channel.
Yes, it is exciting.
I love it.
Hopefully you'll be live on my end. Now I should be able to just go into live on here and it should pop up, right? It says mine still says upcoming. I don't know why it says that.
I think there are 2 lives. So check and see if there's a different one on YouTube for you. I had to go into a different one. Well, but I wouldn't worry about it because we are live and you can see what they're seeing
I can see
on StreamYard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I can. So this is what we're doing today. We've been waiting for a while. Barb's waiting for all of her accessories to come in for that. We're going to do the Mega Accordion Wallet. Now, some of you that have already bought the pattern, thank you. And you should have got a little update to your pattern for the measurements for this size of wallet. So that should have been included when you got it. Was it an email, Barb, that would have sent out or?
Yes. An update.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
And for those of you who haven't got the pattern, you can go to Barb's website, Jeannie's Designs, and you will actually get both patterns in the one. So I'm giving you a two for one. So it'll be the quick and easy accordion wallet and what we're calling the Mega Accordion Wallet. And the reason for that is the amount of card slots we have in here. 27 card slots, and Barb's are full with money.
No. Here, I just want to say something about this. When Lori first thought about designing this, and she said 27 card slots. I said, I don't have 27 cards. I never used 27 cards, and I don't know if anybody else would. And then I made one, this one, which is the one I'm using. And you guys look, I don't have 27 cards, but I have business cards. I have gift cards. I have like my VSP card, my iCard, my dental card, because I only have 2 credit cards. But look, this is my current one. I absolutely love it. This is that deep red vinyl from Simply Classic. And then here is another one that I have for sale. It's just, they're stunning. You don't, you know, if you think, oh man, I don't have that many
I might be having
cards.
some connection problems. I hope not.
Yeah, I've got cash in mine. I see you fine. You're good, Lori.
Oh boy, can you see Barb? Can everybody who can see
Yeah,
us?
all good. It's all good.
Okay, I'm good.
She said
I've
you're
lost
good now,
Barb
Lori.
on my end.
No, I still see you in StreamYard. I see both of us.
I'm back.
I
John
see
says
both
I'm
of us.
back.
Yep. Can you hear me?
Let's see what I think I managed to find it on YouTube.
Can you hear me? She can't hear me.
Brenna, it's on my channel.
Can you hear me, Lori?
Yeah, I can now. You're back.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I lost you for a bit there. I don't know if it's my end or your end, but Nancy can see us. So
Okay. Well, let's keep
sorry
going.
sorry for the technical difficulties, but it's new. Anyway, what we were talking about, what we could put inside, and I wanted to show you guys. I have an iPhone, and my iPhone actually fits in there. iPhone
Perfect.
fits, and it closes nice with my iPhone in.
And it's stitched on both sides, so your iPhone's not going to fall out.
It's not going to fall out because it's like you
Nope.
could actually use it as a money pocket as well.
Yep.
See that? Because we have both the front and the back are, although there's still the space underneath, but there's plenty of room in there for cash and receipts and what other fun things you keep in your wallet. So we're going to make this today. Can hardly wait. Been waiting for a couple of weeks. Barb's got all of the accordions in. So for those of you who have made the quick and easy, you'll it's exact same construction. It's no different from the other one. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make the big one. So let me put this one aside. What fabric are you using, Barb?
I am going to use black alligator leather. So this is what it is.
Nice. So you're making one.
It's leather because I made my enlarged Annabelle and I wanted a wallet to go with it.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm making it out of this fun fabric that I got from Sew Yours. I'm making that new Eden bag, and this is going to be a feature on the front of the Eden bag. So I'm going to make it to match that bag.
Is that vinyl?
It's vinyl. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Isn't that pretty?
Okay.
It's kind of like little bursts of color, like a little.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I really like it too. It could almost be kind of like a underwater kind of look to it as well. But that's going to be the feature on the bag that I've got going. So I thought, oh, I didn't have enough of the exterior, but I've got some of this. So we're going to do like we did on the quick and easy. We have cut out a layer of Decaville light according to the pattern directions. We have a strip of Decaville heavy on the top and on the bottom. And we kind of need, I don't know if you needed to use that, Barb, on yours because you're using leather.
I did. Lori, you need to make Brenna and Sarah admins on your YouTube channel.
Okay, I don't know how to do that right now. Maybe we could save that for next time.
Okay, so right now they can't post any links.
Yes, I realize that.
Okay, we'll do it for next time.
So basically, the only link to this would be your website, Barb, which is what?
geniebags.com.
Yep, that's the only one we need because the pattern's there, the wallet clasps are there, everything's there. So I apologize, guys. It's my first time around, and we couldn't figure out how to add admins on StreamYard because they Simon this time. So my next one, I'll.
Yeah,
So
we'll get it. We'll get it.
2 pieces. No. Yeah, we'll get it. We've got. I don't know if you need. Yeah, I don't know if you need Decaville heavy on yours, Barb, with using leather. Do you think? Did you
I
put it on
did. I
anyway,
went
or you
ahead
didn't?
and did it.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you're
Yep.
so we add this because we need a little bit of meat in between to attach the wallet clasp. It has to be some structure in there for the screws. So when you use vinyl or cork, we need just a little bit of extra thickness. So we've put a piece at the top and we put a piece at the bottom on one side. It doesn't matter which side. So what we're going to do is we're going to sandwich them together. We're going to clip and we're going to sew our seam allowance down each side. Now, the seam allowances and all the measurements are in the pattern. And when you start this, back stitch really well at the beginning, at the end, because we're going to turn it. We don't want it to come undone. Just go up and down both sides.
Okay, I just want to say something, a warning, because once you start making these accordion wallets, they are so addictive. I mean, I have given so many of these away because I just love making them.
And they are literally so easy to make. Once you get your routine down, they are not difficult to make at all.
Oh my gosh, no.
So easy. Okay, so now that we've sewed up the sides, this is probably the most difficult part of the whole project, is just turning it inside out.
Yeah, turning it is, it'll be interesting to see how it turns with this
At this
leather.
point, this is where Barb and I decide we need to put our ceiling fans on because, you know, we sweat.
Okay,
Sorry, guys,
here we go.
move my camera down so you can actually see what I'm doing on my table. You don't need to see my mug all the time. So here we go. I forgot to move
Oh no, we want to see your mug.
my mug.
Your mug.
Okay, so that's what we just turned it. We've just given those. I just finger press my seams. And this is where, at this point, I always say, let's do the hole because I don't want to do it after everything's put together. It's too hard. So take your wallet clasp, the one with the hole, and you have to, if you have a right and a back, just make sure that you know which is a right and a back. I mean, a front and a back. Just make sure mine's the same, so it doesn't make any difference. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dry fit the wallet clasp on my project. And sometimes
And that's a really important step.
Yes, it's so much easier to do this now than later.
Yeah.
Sometimes I take my stiletto and just assist with the corners because the corners can get a little bit thick with the seams. And I just check both sides.
And because I'm using leather, I'm going to do a little pounding. Just FYI.
Oh yeah, that. Oh, you know what? I forgot to tell everybody, which is much easier to do. Just we're going to do a little stay stitch across the top. I forgot to tell them. Just do just a small stay stitch. It kind of compresses everything and makes it easier to put the clasp on. I forgot about that. Sorry, guys. This makes it a little bit easier to. My bobbin. Of course I did.
Tony says whenever I do any pounding in here, he goes, Santa's elves are busy at work. I said that's right.
I lost my thread here. Of course I did. It's alive. No, I think you actually, depending on your fabrics, I'm pretty sure you could do this on a domestic.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let me stitch across the top.
I'm just looking for my needle threader. There it is.
Okay.
Thanks, Nancy. She said, we're ye of little faith, she says. Okay. Just check my bobbin. I'm just going to check my bobbin. I don't know if it's liking me this morning. I just put a new one in. No, this one's
Well,
still
that
good.
just figures, that's what always happens on a live.
Yeah, but this one's still good. Oh, it doesn't need to be acting up the way it is. Thank goodness this is not a long project to do.
Okay, let me dry fit mine.
Okay.
Let's see.
There we go.
Oh my gosh. It's perfect.
Perfect. Oh, good.
That's perfect. Let me try this other one. Perfect. Okay.
Good.
I love it. Okay.
You're going to draw your little hole. I'll dry fit mine.
Now I'm going to see which side I want for the outside. Honestly, I don't think it matters. I'm going
It's
to
so
make
much
this
easier to get on when you do that little top stitch, isn't it? So much easier.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Push and
You draw my little hole.
And you can tell how far up you are because you don't want any space here. You want that to be full of your fabric at that top. You don't want air there.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to so mine needs to go on a little bit more. A little help with my
Okay, I'm going to make a little noise, guys. I gotta use my little hammer. I can't get in there with that big mallet.
You cutting your hole already?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I've done is I've drawn.
Sorry.
That's okay. I've drawn a little mark around. You can see where I've just used an ink pen. Now, some of our followers asked how I cut my hole. Now, I have a rivet press. See it? Rivet press with the die cut. Barb and I use this die cut. And someone asked how I protect my press plates, which are on here. And I have a little piece of leftover cutting mat from an old quilting mat that I had. It got ruined and I just cut some pieces out. But I think Barb uses a piece of acrylic in hers to cut hers out underneath.
Yeah, I just use, and you saw me do the hammering. I just use this to protect my table.
Yeah, underneath.
Just a piece of acrylic. Yep.
Nancy's asking if we did it 1 inch longer, if it would give her more space to close if phone and all the catches on the outside. Nancy, I haven't had any problems with it with the measurements that I gave.
Making what 1 inch longer?
I think she's wanting to make the whole size of the wallet. You can absolutely make it longer if you want to. Have you found any problems with it, the size that it is, Barb, with it not closing?
No, none.
Okay.
And mine's full.
Yeah, yours is full.
No, I don't have any trouble.
So I'm just putting my cutter over that spot there, making sure it lines up. And Barb's hammering hers. I guess I could hammer too, but I'm just gonna, and I just use this and I just press. And it cuts it out. And that's it. That's all I use. These are a little set that we have we got on Amazon. I've had them for quite a while. It comes with a bunch of different little pieces. Oh, Nancy, the smaller one would not close with all my credit cards. Okay, Deb, you could easily just add a little bit extra length to it. Wouldn't be a problem at all.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
You're talking about, Nancy, you're talking about this length, up and down. I wouldn't make it any wider, but you certainly could make this a little longer without an issue.
Can't make it any wider than the clasps, but you can make it longer.
She might have to adjust how far down. You might want to talk about that.
Well, you can only put it so far down, and then it's touching the bottom of the fold. So if she's talking about the, Nancy, you're talking about the big one or the little one? I did that with the smaller one, made it bigger. Okay, Deb did it a little bit bigger. So then it's very customizable to what you want to do. It's really not difficult at all. Okay, now that we've made our hole on one side, we just need to do it on one side. And this is where I get a little bit creative. Can you see how my hole's kind of white? I don't want that to show through. So I'm going to get my Sharpie.
Yep.
I have multiple colors of Sharpies. And I just try to find one that matches. I just have this whole Sharpie set here, so I'm just going to grab one that I think is close.
And I just use this little, it's called a premium midsole marker that I got on Amazon. I use that. It's the same thing as a Sharpie.
It's permanent. Exactly. Yep. And I just try to get a color that matches so that that white doesn't show through. It's just a little finishing technique. You absolutely don't have to do it, but I don't know. I just think it makes the whole kind of disappear when the.
I totally agree. Yeah.
And you could use black as well. If you just had a black Sharpie, that works as well. And if your vinyl didn't have that white interior, you could just leave it. Absolutely.
Hi, Melissa.
Morning, Melissa. Okay, now we're going to take our mega accordion. And for those of you who had made it before, we're going to put double-sided tape on the wings on the inside. Right here. And we're going to mark down according to our pattern. Just make yourself a little mark so you know where to set it. And I have found with this accordion, now maybe you have two, Barb. With the other one, we could like clip both sides at the same times, but I find with this one, it's a little bit more, it's a bit stiffer to work with. So I just clip one side at a time. We just don't have the play in it that we did with the little one.
Yeah, I go ahead and do both, but
Okay.
that's a good example of, whatever works for you.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a much stiffer accordion.
And the wings are shorter. Like they're not as long as the, that's why we don't quite as much play in it. Yes. Once again, just attaching it to the sides, not hanging over, just close. Because we're going to top stitch down here. I'm going to clip this. I'm going to open my accordion, just make sure you don't put it in upside down. You want it to open the whole way. I'm just going to give mine a little bit of an open. Some of these have been sitting in a box for a while, so they're. And you're going to take tape off the outside, and I'm going to line it up with our mark that we made over here. Again, close to the edge, but not hanging over.
And so what I did was I just sewed down the one side to about halfway. And then I'm going to do the other side, and then I'll attach the other side to over here.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, guys?
Yep.
Yeah. It's much easier to do it with this one.
Yeah. This accordion wallet just fits right in there. So it's really close to the edge. But what I do, try to make sure that I line up at the very bottom here. I just make sure that these two edges are lined up. Okay. Now I'm going to sew down mine. Just make sure that your seam allowance, once again, this can be whatever's comfortable, whatever your machine likes to do. It could be a quarter, it could be more. Just make sure you're catching your accordion as you go down. And this is going to show on the outside.
Of course, I'm using black on black on black, so it's going to be
you
really
won't see it. Yeah, you've got good
hard to see.
So I'm going to go down, and when I get to my accordion, I'm going to do a little back stitch just to hold an extra stitch there where the accordion gets pulled on. Does that make sense, Mark?
Yeah.
my time. Extra stitch at the bottom.
And even though I'm using double-sided tape, I still clip them because otherwise they just don't stay.
These ones are so, like I say, these ones are a lot stiffer than the little ones we've been using.
Melissa, these are huge accordions. I'm telling you, you would be surprised. I'll show you because you just joined. I'll show you mine that I use every day now. I never thought that I would use it, all the slots. Let me show you.
Melissa,
It's
there's
amazing.
27 slots in this one.
So this is the one I'm using currently. And I only have 3 credit cards. But look, I have cash on this side and almost, not all of them, not all of them are full. But a lot of them are. But I have business cards in there from other people. I have my eye card, my dental card. So there's tons of cards in there.
Yeah. It's amazing when you add them all up. How many
Yeah.
actually?
All right, I'm going to sew down this other side.
Where's my mark? There it is. Make my marks. You can see it's coming together nicely. Again, I click to like Barb because that tape, this is, like I said, this is just a little bit stiffer, so I don't want it to slip.
Lori's talking to herself.
I need good advice. Sometimes you need good advice.
I love it.
This is where you can push the accordion over a bit, get it out of the way. I haven't made one out of leather yet. Maybe I should make one out of leather.
You should.
I've got that blue leather. That might be a nice project tool.
That would be a great one.
Be a really nice one. So
the gift cards, Deb. That's exactly right. Don't forget the gift cards. I actually have a couple gift cards in there right now that I need to use. You know, sometimes when you get gift cards, you put them somewhere and you forget you even have them.
Yeah, you put them in a safe place.
Yeah, which is, you know, who knows where.
Okay, that's it. The accordion is in. What are you working on? You got your accordion in, Barb?
I'm working on my last side.
Okay. See, this one fits. It fits like right in there. So there's nothing. There's not a lot, but it fits perfectly in there. At that, it's just the right size. Yeah. And you can kind of see now. Now, depending on your, like again, once again, depending on your fabric, this is stiff enough. Like I used vinyl. If you have something that's thinner, it would help. And if you feel like whatever you're using is thick enough, you might not have to use that deck of the light in there. Right? It just gives it a little bit of structure, but you don't want it to be so stiff that it doesn't soften at the top when you close it, because you do want a little bit of play there so that everything will close properly. Does that make sense?
I honestly, to be quite honest, I've used it on every one I've made.
Yeah.
So I've used it on, this is leather, but this is fairly thin leather. I didn't skive this. So.
Is it what, about a 1.5?
I think it's like a 2.
Okay.
So there it is. There is my, I love this.
Yep.
Love this.
See, I put my clasp on there. I'm going to just take a little bit more out because I can see just a little bit of, I don't know if you can see that right here. There's a little bit of fabric.
Oh, yeah.
I want to get that out because if you don't have that space really empty, your little clip that goes through will catch on it and it won't be very nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to go back over here to my
It won't be very nice.
Yes. I'm just going to take out that little piece.
Okay, let me get mine on. Oh my gosh.
There we go.
That's perfect. It's perfect.
Mine fit on good.
All right,
too.
now we're going to use some glue.
Yep. And I just use this tacky glue. I don't know what you use. Probably the same stuff, I would imagine.
Well, because I'm using leather, I'm going to use this leather, Aleene's leather and suede glue.
Well, that's a good idea.
Only because I'm using leather. Otherwise, I just use Fabri-Tac or
Yep,
3-in-1.
same stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then
so
just make sure when you're putting the glue in that you don't get it right next to your hole. Did you say that already?
No, I haven't. I
Okay.
just got my glue here because you don't want the glue squeezing out through the hole. So I just kind of start back where that first screw hole is, and I just kind of start there and just run a little bead. And people, I don't know if you have to do this. It's just something I've always done with these wallets. I just think it adds a little extra
I think it's a good idea.
I think so
Yeah.
too. I'm just gonna
Mhm.
make sure my threads are not gonna be sticking out at the top here. Now, when you slide on your clasp, make sure your screw holes are towards the inside of the wallet.
Yeah.
And check both sides. See, I took that little bit of extra out. Now it's perfect.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. Now get our tiny little microscopic screws that we drop all the time. I know I do.
Oh yeah, they're embedded in my carpet somewhere, I'm sure.
And at this point too, you can actually add. I know, Barbie, did you put a label on the front of yours? The other one that you did?
I did not.
Add a label.
I did not.
If you want to do it like an inch or two down from the top, you could do it at any point.
I did on this one.
Oh yeah, see, that looks nice.
Mm-hmm. Sherry asked, it would work on heavier leather. I think it would, Sherry. Just don't use the Decaville Heavy on it. Depends on the thickness. Mm-hmm. This is fairly thin leather, so I did use the Decaville Light and the Decaville Heavy, and it went in there just fine.
Same with mine. Mine's just vinyl, so I always like to use both when I use vinyl.
Mm-hmm. You might have to just play with it a little.
And if you had to do 2 rows of top stitching to compress it, there's no reason why you couldn't do that at the top either, because this clasp is what, 3/4 of an inch, probably 3/8.
Look at that.
So if you had to do 2 rows, yeah.
I love it. Love.
Yeah, my wallet clasps are a bit different because I've had these for a while. I don't think mine have got this lovely little filigree pattern on it.
Yeah, those are really pretty.
I haven't seen those for sale anywhere yet since which is a shame because it's so cute. Like this one here that I used on, it has this cute little, heart with rhinestones. So cute.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't see those anymore, so that's just one of those things. And I always run my finger across the screws here. I don't want anything sharp. I don't want anything to catch. So as long as my screws are in, you'll be able to feel it. Let's get rid of my.
I mean, guys, we're almost done.
We are almost done.
It's amazing to me how fast these go together.
I'm not sure which takes the longest. Probably putting the clasp on, really. Turning it inside out.
Now, these bar clasps that I sell come with, there's places for 8 screws, but it comes with 10. 10 little screws. So I would always hold on to them. I wouldn't get rid of them because you drop them and, like Lori said.
They're always on the floor. And for me, I don't know what it is, but once they hit the floor, they're never to be found again. Never. I can't find them ever when I drop them on the floor.
They're probably in your vacuum cleaner.
It could be. Well, I do try to sweep, and I have this little magnet that I try to sweep over the floor. And I wanted to mention, too, that for those of you that were maybe using leather and maybe you had a few issues getting these tiny screws in, if you need to, you can take your sharp awl and you can actually push that in the hole first. You'll feel it go
Yes.
through, and that will actually help you get those screws in. These screws strip really, really easy. So that's
You guys,
just a little
I'm in love.
tip for that. That's it. There you go, guys.
There's a plastic on the clasp, so take that off.
Oh yeah, Barb's coming. This one doesn't have it, thank goodness. But the ones you'll get from Barb will definitely have it.
And that's just to protect the
Look how pretty that
clasp while you're
I just love
messing
it.
with it.
Oh, they're on Amazon. Oh, thanks. I mean, how did you like yours that you made the other day? Is it Iman? Sorry if I'm not pronouncing it correctly, but you made a nice one with the pocket on the back. What did you decide to do with that one? My screwdriver is something off Amazon. It just says General. I've had it for a few years. What's your screwdriver, Barb? It just has
It's off at Amazon. It's a rechargeable.
Yeah, mine's just batteries, so I just throw new batteries in. Mine's a bit older.
I love it. Okay.
There we go. The Mega accordion wallet. Done.
Are you gonna put corset ring on there?
Oh, I was going to show that. I don't know if I don't have a wrist strap made, but here's some options. So this is the way it is. Here's the one that I had for the pattern, and here's one I made with. So here it is, but because some people just want to use the wallet, I made some with a wrist strap, and I used what do they call corset D-rings or
corset rings?
Corset rings. You see that they come with a little rivet, so it's really super easy to install even after the bag is finished. So if you got this bag and you thought, boy, I really think I'd like a little wristlet strap on it, I added this after. You just punch a hole, and the corset ring goes through both sides and gives you a little D-ring on the end, and you just make a little wristlet if you wanted to do it that way. So that's super easy to do. You use the bag for a while. It's like, I'm just going to carry that, and then you just have a little wristlet. And then I did the same on this one. I did ostrich, but I decided to include the D-ring and the connector right into the side of the wallet. So when I was putting my two pieces together, just like you would in another connector, I just sandwiched that in before I turned it. So I put it in, sewed up the sides, turned it inside out, and there it was ready for a little wristlet if you wanted to do that. So, I mean, there's lots of options for that. I don't know if you've done yours with the wristlet yet, Barb. So those are the ones that I did.
I haven't. Because I use mine as a clutch. So I haven't yet. But here are 3 different. I mean, here's that chestnut croc that I sell on my website. It's absolutely stunning. This is the deep red croc I sell on my website. And then this is just some leather I had.
Yeah, and mine I had the ostrich, which is so nice with that antique.
Did you, on the ostrich, because it's thicker?
Yeah.
Did you, put the Decaville Heavy in there?
Yes, I did.
On top? Okay.
Yep, I did. I've used it every time. So, because it seems thicker, but it's not super thick, but it seems thicker because of the little bumps, I think. But yeah, I did it all the time.
Okay.
So that one, and then all the other. This was quite thin as well. This one that's kind of. I think this one came from Sew Yours as well, and I used it on all of them so far, because I haven't made any from leather, so that would be my only thing if I was making it from leather.
Yeah.
How about a crossbody strap? Yes, Cindy, you could easily do a crossbody strap if that's what you wanted. Just put a little corset ring on both sides if you felt that they were strong enough for crossbody, because it's not going to be that heavy. They're really not that heavy, and it's going to be 7.5 by, when it's folded. Mine's about 5.5 squished. So you could easily put a corset ring on either side or a little D-ring on either side to have a chain. So I would love to see somebody make it with that and just show us, post it on my group, Wild Pony Designs.
So here's my phone. I have an iPhone 14 Pro Max.
Yep.
It fits in there perfect. It closes without issue.
I think mine's
and because you've sewn the sides, so here's the one I made that I currently use that is full of all my stuff. Let me put my phone in there too. It's got all my cards and everything, and I just put my phone in there, and
It fits.
it's perfect.
Yeah. So if you wanted to
So it's
easily put
got everything in there, my phone, my cash, my cards.
and you see how
Now I
when
haven't,
see how we've colored that hole? It kind of just blends in with the wallet. It's not sticking out.
yeah,
So that makes a difference too. Just a little feature.
yeah.
But that's it. The Mega Accordion Wallet, guys. It's so much fun to make. It's a great, if you guys sell at craft fairs or craft shows, and it's just a little way you could make an additional wallet to go with the bag and have that as a separate sale if people wanted it. They're just so much fun. I don't.
So the accordions are on my website. I have
Yep.
plenty in stock of the 27 and the 10. And then the bar clasps in the 4.5 inch and the 7.5 inch are in stock. I'm getting low on the 7.5 inch, just so you know. I have ordered more, but as we all know, things take quite some time to cross the sea. So
Yep.
it'll be a bit before they get here. But I personally love making this. So everybody I know is getting one from me.
They are so much fun to make. They really, really are.
Oh
Like I
my
said,
gosh, they are so much fun.
and you can. I sometimes I call it like mindless sewing. You want to do something that doesn't. I don't have to look at the pattern. It's not difficult. Sometimes at nighttime I come down to sew, and it's like I want to sew something, but I just don't want to concentrate on a huge new pattern. I'll just whip up one or two of these. So easy.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's
Exactly.
just a nice way to add a little extra with a bag if you're giving it as a gift. It doesn't have to be the big
Do you
one.
have a
Make it quick and easy. Yeah.
do you have a regular one handy to
Yeah.
show the difference in
Yeah.
size?
Let me just grab it.
Because it's quite different in size. Carol, we can't really talk about how much we sell things for on YouTube, but you're welcome. I have this one. I have both available on my website, so you can go look and see what I'm charging.
Yeah, and you can message me if you had any questions. So that's the big one.
That's the big one, and the small one. Look at that.
Small. Yeah. The small one has, is it 10 or 9?
10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Yeah,
And you can still put cash underneath.
Yes, you can. You can go
Yeah.
right underneath. Some people put their bills and it holds, when you fold it, the bills are held in, they won't fall out. So there's one there. There's another one. I mean, I think Barb's probably made more of these than I have.
I absolutely love them.
I kind of make one with every wallet now, but I decided to do the Mega for the next bag I'm making out of that fabric. So yeah, they're just so much fun.
The small ones,
and make 3 more.
The small ones, when I make a bag, I always make a small one now, and it comes with the bag.
Yeah, so it's like a set, which is really nice.
So Cindy got purchased the everyday crossbody from me, and I made her a small one to go with it.
Oh, nice, nice. I think that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to make something, either it's going to be a big one or a small one, just about it. Probably mostly a small one. If it's a set, I'll probably make the small one, because I think there's probably a lot more people that might use the quick and easy than the Mega. So like I said, when you get the pattern, you'll get both. So you can decide, and they're just so much fun. There we go. That was easy. So thanks guys for joining us. Please like the video. And if you haven't, if you could please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get up there. I'm trying to increase my numbers so we can do more. But
so go to the thumbs up and hit the thumbs up for this YouTube. That really, believe it or not, that little thing makes such a big difference.
Yeah.
So there are 37 people watching. If you'll go to that thumbs up, it's right below where it says Wild Pony Designs, and just click that thumbs up. Yep. Perfect. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Brenna.
Thank you, everybody, for joining.
Cindy's using her purse and her wallet every day. Thank you, guys. Thanks for being here.
That's
and
it.
Comments too.
Soon. I think Barb and I are going to schedule one on her page. Yeah, comments, and especially subscribing. Just, we all try to get more subscribers. That's a big thing too.
Lori, I think it's June.
So thanks, girls.
I think it's June 2nd. We're going to do the Cascadia.
Yes.
The Cascadia by K. Dill Handmade.
Yes, that'll be a fun one. And we're gonna do. Are we gonna do it bigger?
110%.
110. So that's good. I haven't printed mine off yet. So.
Yep.
Good. Thanks, Brenna. Thanks, Sarah, for joining as well, helping me out.
Love you too, Brenna. Give little Maggie a kiss for me.
Yeah, give her a little snuggle.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on my very first live. I hope to see more of you.